Hey, second grade, Mr. D here. You guys should have already saw the story, Strictly No Elephants. And we're doing that story because hopefully April is a month for respect. And the type of respect is a respect for diversity, the differences between people, hair color, eye color, skin color, place where you're from, things that you believe. All these differences are in the world. We got to respect one another for them. We can learn something from one another for them. And in the story, all are welcome. Got that kid, he's got the elephant, wants to bring him in for school show and tell. Elephants aren't welcome? That's messed up. No, all are welcome. What do you do? He made his own group so that all are welcome. Man, did he have a big group. And then people were interested in seeing all these different kind of animals. I mean, wouldn't you? It's almost like he's starting his own little zoo. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the elephant, and we're going to have you walking the elephant. Right off the bat, you have to decide whether you want the elephant bigger than you or smaller than you. I'm going to draw it smaller because this is the way it is in the story. The instructions are also on the Google Classroom. And I'm taking this elephant straight from the Google Classroom instructions. Same type of elephant. So when we make this elephant, we want to make that number 7 elephant. But before we do, we want to have a ground. We want ground first. So we put our elephant somewhere. And we start our elephant like that weird number 7. And the bottom of that 7 goes straight to the ground. Okay. Oh, if I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking at the picture, but I know the camera's there. But I'm looking here, so I'm going to be all over the place. All right, so there's our 7. Once the 7's made, you're going to start doing the trunk, which curls like a backwards S. Then what you do is you make a little straight line, and you can pause this whenever you want, guys, okay? Pause it whenever you need to. Straight line going down, and then I'm going to follow the trunk all the way back to here. And at that point, I'm going to put a little triangle inside for the tusk. And then underneath the tusk, give him his little smile. The ear's next. It's kind of like a squarish looking ear. And it starts way up high. It comes out and down. Then you bring it back in to touch this mouth that you just made. There's your ear. Once that's done, you go above the tusk to make the eye, which I will give a little white spot in there for the eye. Gorgeous. Now you're going to start working on the legs. The first leg is kicked out diagonally, going this way. Starts here, but don't go all the way back. Only go part of the way back, because the second leg comes straight down like this. The third leg is back here. Then you have the belly. And the last leg is also diagonal like this one. That's going to be hiding right over here like that. You finish it off with a little tail. Then you can give him his toes. I'm going to put 3 on each. There's your elephant. Now you got to work on the figure, the person. And the person I'm going to do is from the book. I'm going to draw the person from the book. So you can go back to the story on YouTube and you can use one of those people. You can draw yourself doing it. It's up to you. Now the elephant's on this side of the paper and he's small. I want to make me taller than the elephant. So I'm going to start the head all the way up here like this. And this kid's got pretty spiky hair, if I do say so myself. Maybe you'll find this person in the story. And then the hair's going to go all the way around. And let's see if I can get to the ear. And then bring his hair back. There's his hair and his ear. And I'm going to start with his face. Comes down. There's his nose. Happy mouth. And then we're going to get the chin in there. Like that. And his eye, he's got like eyes like way over here. There's his head. Now it's going to be much taller. I have to make sure that I have enough room for the neck and the body and enough room for the legs. I kind of want to make the legs walking. So let's start with the neck, 1 line, 2 lines. Now the elephant's behind. So I can have the arms going any direction I want as long as there's a leash in the hand. So I'm going to start up here with the back and bend his arm like an L. It's a backwards L. And I don't have to do too much with the hand. I can just do that. Bring his body down. Now the legs. I want one leg to be diagonal, just like the elephant. So like there's kind of like movement. So I can have one leg in the front. See that little bit of bend right there? It's on an angle. And it doesn't even have to be on the ground if he's walking. But if it is, I can have the foot bend a little bit. And then the other one could just be straight down. That's fine. Give it some laces. And there you go. And I believe in the story, this character had a triangle pattern on his shirt. So maybe you can find this person in the story if you wanted to. He didn't have any laces on his shoes though. Okay, so behind him, we'll have his other arm. That's like his elbow right there. And now I could make the leash on the elephant. So I'm going to put around and behind his ear a line that goes like that. And then down here, where I started it, see, I don't even need to see the hand holding it. That doesn't matter. That's his leash right there. So to see that leash a little bit better, because it's hard to see on the elephant right now, I'm just going to color it in a bright color. And that's all the leash that I needed on his neck. Just a little bit below and a little bit above. And I don't believe I have, oh, I do have a gray crayon. It's a broken gray crayon, but I have one nonetheless. And obviously I'm going to make this elephant gray. Now, if you wanted to make a pink and purple polka dotted elephant, by all means, go ahead. That's your elephant. Because all are welcome. Not just elephants, but pink polka dotted elephants would be welcome too. Doesn't matter what your elephant looks like, it's coming in. I'm going to leave those toes alone. I want them to be nice shiny white. Now if I wanted to jazz it up a little bit, I could take a little black and get some shadows in here if I wanted to. If I really wanted to jazz it up a bit. Maybe there's some shadow on him. Shadow behind his ear because it's flopping. There's a little bit of shadow on the tail there. You don't have to, just for funsies. Shadow right there too. Now for him, in the story, I don't think I have a red crayon. Oh, yes I do. I don't know. If you find this guy, you got to make a decision whether he has a red shirt or an orange shirt. I can't quite tell. Some people might see red, some people might see orange. But if you see this story, I don't know, maybe even you've already seen him. You don't even have to look at the story. Maybe you remember this one. But there's a character that has a similar outfit on in the story. And I believe his pants are like a bluish green. Now, that's a tough one. Now I don't have bluish green. I have green and blue. So I'm going to attempt to make a bluish green by blending the two colors together. I went very light with the green, and I'm gonna go sort of hard with the blue. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Good thing I didn't make a mistake, because I can't edit this video, guys. This is a one-shot deal. I see in the story that his shoes are brown. You guys could be doing this. Crayons, colored pencils, markers, whatever you want to work with. Get a skin tone in there. And his... Hey, you want to do something? Here, hold the pencil. Don't drop the pencil, Bob. What are you doing? You're on video. There you go. All right. Got yellow right here, because he's got yellow hair. Well, blonde hair. And he's got yellow or blonde triangles on his shirt. All right, there you go. And you can keep going with this. You can add all the background, but before you do, you've got to write the words "all are welcome" on here. Now, it's done. I drew my picture. The way that you write "all are welcome," I want you to do it in a creative way. Just don't write it. I want you to think like, all right, am I just going to do stick letters, bubble letters, block letters? What kind of font do you want? What kind of lettering do you want to have on there? After that, you got to think about size. All are welcome. All has 3 letters. R has 3 letters. Welcome has what? W-E-L-C-O-M-E. Did you hear my finger crack? My finger just cracked. My pinky just went. Welcome has 7 letters. So you need a lot of room for welcome, but all are, it could go just about anywhere. So I got this crazy idea that I'm going to put a cloud right here. Yeah, I like that. So that I can make the word all go right up here. A-L-L. All. And then I'm going to use the elephant. R. And then where do you think welcome's going to go? Only place I can put it, right along the bottom. I'm writing like sideways, so hopefully this will come out okay. Not bad for sideways. All are welcome. Hey, you can't read that. Give me this pencil, Bob. You doing okay? He's always doing okay. So there you go. All are welcome. The whole thing on there. Now that that's finished, and I have my letters placed in a very creative way. I knew I wanted bubble letters. I thought ahead, I wanted bubble letters. And then the next thing is to put them in there in a creative way. Just don't write down all are welcome. Unless you had an airplane flying up in the sky. If you've ever been to the beach, the ocean, maybe even a pretty big lake, they'll have a plane that has a sign on the back of it, and they'll carry it and it'll float in the air behind it like a flag. So you can put like a plane with the sign there. Or maybe this person's holding an umbrella, elephant's got a raincoat on, maybe it's raining, all are welcome. I don't know. Figure out a way to do it. Have some fun with it. Try to place it right. The one thing I keep in mind is how long the word welcome is. Watch out for that. That's a very long word. So what you're going to do next is you're going to color in these letters here and create the rest of your background, because you got all this empty negative space. Negative space is the space that you don't have anything in. This would be positive space inside the elephant, inside the person's positive space, because we already drew it. We have a structure in there. All the emptiness around here is negative. So we want to fill that negative space. It could be more clouds, Could be the sky. It could be I don't know, maybe like buildings in the back or trees or something. I can just start putting anything I want in there. And whatever I do make, I want to make sure that whatever it is, that I don't put it in front of the elephant or the person. It's going to all be behind. I want it behind them. And maybe some clouds over here just to finish it up. And because this is unique and it has to do with you, you could put any type of background. I mean, if I like to hike, I'm a hiker. I like to go outside. I like to go up mountains and things like that. So my go-to stuff is to make like trees and the sky and the clouds. If you like soccer, it could be a soccer field, right? If you like video games, go for it, man. Maybe it's inside and you're walking your elephant across your room and you have your 70-inch screen TV with your PS5 hooked up to it or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna put one more tree over here, but you can't see the whole thing. There you go. And then you're gonna start coloring this in. And this video at this point should be around 17 minutes long. And the story, when you go to read it, it's over 3 minutes long. So you're almost done with your class right now. Once you have everything drawn in, and you probably pause this once in a while so you learn how to draw the elephant and the figure right here. And you can make any figure you want, just like I said before. It could be you, it could be a person in the story. So construct the elephant, construct the person, get your lettering, get your words in there, get your background in there too. And then you're going to color this whole thing in. It's going to take you more than one period to do so if you're putting in a nice background and if you're coloring it nicely. When I color this in, I'm going to do some interesting like shading work on the letters. So I'm going to pop off for a minute and then like nothing ever happened. You're going to magically see this whole thing colored in. It's going to be like magical. Watch, ready? By the powers of Bob, I make this art appear. Ooh. Oh, it's magic. Thank you, Bob. All right, so that's it. Colored all in, right? Now, once this is done, you have to make it again. What? No, I'm serious. All right, so now once this is done, you have your elephant. You drew it. You did everything you're supposed to do. Got your background, got all your letters. All are welcome. Very important to have in there. Put it in there creatively, in an interesting way. Then you have to make another one, similar to this. No elephant. The animal that you want to choose. Because right now, I kind of made you all do the same thing. How is that diverse? Where are the differences? Everybody makes an elephant? No way. Okay, so I want you to think about this. The last art projects we did were like all these characters, right? Some of them were Pokemon, if you got to the Pokemon project. Instead of an animal, you can draw a Pokemon if you wanted to. Shh, I didn't say that. So pick a different animal, or Pokemon, and walk the animal that you want to walk. If it's a snake, fine. I'll accept it. All are welcome, right? It's a chicken, a hyena, I don't know, dragon. It's not really an animal, but that's what you choose. All are welcome. I want you to have a pet on a leash. Get your pet on there. Put in the words, all are welcome. See what you got. I'd love to see this one when you make it, but what I really, really want to see is the recreated one with the diversity to the animal that you want. And you could use the same background that you did with this one. You can use the same type of lettering and where it's positioned. It's just that the animal has to be an animal that you want to draw, not the one that I gave you, unless you really like elephants. That's fine. There you go. So you have this project done, which should take you, like this project it's possible it could have taken you just over one class period. Then you're going to do the next project. Will take more than a class period. And you could go online and look for a tutorial on how to draw a specific animal if you want, or how to draw a Pokemon. Oh, I didn't see that. And so you could do that, and that'll get you to like the third class period. And you have 5 this week, right? So that'll get you to the third one. When you're done with that, you can either move down to the first grade project, or you can move up to the third grade project if you want. So you'll have enough to do on there. If you get done with all the projects, which you really shouldn't be able to, because if you're doing good quality work, it should take you a little while. But let's say you're working through the weekend and you want more projects. There's other links and places that you can go to that I put on there. On this YouTube channel, there's all these different kind of projects you can do. And I'm making your teachers aware also of all the links that you can go to if you needed extra work to do. But this should take you at least 3 class periods. And then with the rest of them, you can choose the next art project you want to do from the grade levels. So there you go, guys. Enjoy. Me and Bob. You want to say bye? Goodbye, Bob? Good. All right. He's always very agreeable. I like this guy. All are welcome. I want to see these. I'm going to try to ask your teachers if they can collect them if you're in person. If you're remote, that's a whole nother thing. But if you're in person, now if you're remote and you want me to see it, email it to me. All right, email me your picture. If you're a little bit confused on how to do it, get your parents to help you out. Not a problem. I'm sure they can do it. Okay. Bye. Oh, you can see me in the back. Look at me. Look at me. I'm back there. I didn't know I was back. Look at I can't even say goodbye. Wait, can I say goodbye from here too? Oh, now you can see the story.